Let me just pick up on the first point the leader made, and that is that if you look at before we broke for the August break, the last bill we processed, the National Defense Authorization Act, we had a robust amendment process. We considered 33 amendments on the floor. The Armed Services Committee team got lots of other amendments included in the bill that were adopted without having votes, but nevertheless it was a process that was open and transparent, in which individual members who don't serve on the Senate Armed Services Committee had an opportunity to have their voices heard and get votes on amendments that were important to them and their states. Now we're looking at the appropriations process. As the leader pointed out, we haven't had a normal appropriations process for a long time around here, but we do now have 12 bills. All 12 bills have been reported out of the Senate Appropriations Committee. The key now is to get those bills moving across the floor, and I'm hopeful that that will start happening next week, and when it does, that there will also be an open, robust amendment process in which members who don't serve on the Senate Appropriations Committee have an opportunity to make their voices heard and get amendments considered that are important to them and the people that they represent. I talk a lot around here about regular order. And the reason I do that is because I think bills, when they move through regular order, is a more transparent process. It is more accountable to the people in this country. And I hope that we can have a regular order process as we begin to deal with appropriation bills, so we don't end up like we did last year at the end of the year with everything piled up in this big train wreck of one big appropriations bill that's a take it or leave it proposition. The way it's supposed to work is to do these in regular order, through a process that allows for open debate on the floor, and that's what our conference is going to insist on in the appropriations process this year.
Joe Biden's recent statements on the economy reveal a president completely out of touch with the pain and the suffering that he's causing the American people. If you wanted to describe Bidenomics in one word, it would be failure. The economy is the #1 issue facing our country. All of us have been traveling our states. I've been all around Wyoming over the break talking with folks. People are fed up. They're fed up with record high prices, record high interest rates if you want to borrow money, and a record high debt. And they're tired. They're tired of having to work so very hard just to try to keep up with the prices that continue to go up. They seem to be hit right between the eyes every time they go to the store or fill up with gas, try to buy groceries, all of those things, and they're mad. People are mad because they see the country heading in the wrong direction, and they don't see us getting back on track.
Residents of several states are expected to see new stimulus payments arrive in their bank accounts and mailboxes this fall. Bonus checks worth hundreds of dollars have been available so far. The Biden administration has also just released a big announcement regarding federal relief for millions of Americans. My dear friends, please do me a big favor and watch until the end of this video to find out more about this. Also, every Friday, I will be announcing several winners for the Walmart gift card giveaway. If you would like to enter the weekly giveaway, friends, please click and like several of my videos, and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you comment on, dearest friends, the greater your chances of winning these giveaways. Residents in Montana have until October 1st to apply for property tax rebates of up to $675 for eligible taxpayers in the state. Applications for the tax rebate via an online portal opened last month and will remain open through the end of September. According to the Washington Examiner, residents of the state of Montana who are eligible can claim their rebates via the online portal or through a paper form. Governor Greg Gianforte said in a recent statement, "Property taxes are too high, which is why we prioritized and secured immediate property tax relief for Montanans in this legislative session. Now it's time to build on reforms to reduce the burden of property taxes over the long term. The amount each taxpayer will receive from the rebate is dependent on how much was paid in property taxes for the person's principal Montana residence, with a maximum of $675 for this rebate. Montana taxpayers applying for the rebate must have owned and lived in a residence in the state for at least 7 months in order to qualify. Applicants must also have been billed and paying for the property taxes on the residence during the 2022 tax year. Residents should receive their rebate within 30 days of filing an application online or up to 90 days after filing a paper application. Also, Minnesota residents who qualified for a one-time tax rebate payment approved by the legislature last session will receive their payments by the end of this month. In August, Minnesota taxpayers began seeing their payments of up to $1,300 per family in their bank accounts due to the state's multi-billion-dollar budget surplus. Based on a resident of Minnesota's 2021 income tax return, the money will be automatically distributed either by check or direct deposit. The Minnesota Department of Revenue said the rebate is being handled outside the typical tax refund processing system, so taxpayers cannot track where their rebate is. The Biden administration's new student loan repayment plan has enrolled 4 million people in the 2 weeks since it launched in late July. The new plan is called the SAVE Plan, and it could lower monthly repayments for about 20 million borrowers. The SAVE Plan was debuted with a beta rollout and was ready for all applicants in mid-August. The SAVE Plan is an income-driven repayment program which pegs a borrower's monthly payment to their income, lowering their out-of-pocket costs. The Biden administration developed SAVE in response to criticisms about existing plans that had major pitfalls, such as allowing interest to snowball on a borrower's debt. Of the 4 million enrollees so far, most were migrated from an earlier IDR plan called the REPAY program, while 1 million additional borrowers have applied for the SAVE program since it opened for applications this summer. The new plan is rolling out as student loan repayments are now resuming after a 3-year pause due to the crisis, and a month after the Supreme Court blocked President Biden's plan to erase up to $20,000 in debt per student borrow. Interest started again accruing on September 1st, with monthly payments restarting in October. The application is available at the Federal Student Aid Income-Driven Repayment Plan website. The site notes that the SAVE Plan is replacing the REPAY plan, and that borrowers on the REPAY plan will be automatically switched over into the newer plan. Borrowers could cut their monthly payments in half or even have 0 monthly payments. Many others will save up to $1,000 a year on repayments. The program is based on income and family size, with lower income households with more family members paying the least. Well, my magnificent and most marvelous friends, that is the end of my daily stimulus update video for this Wednesday. Thank you so much, friends, for joining me here and for being part of this community. To say thank you and to show my appreciation, I will be announcing several winners this coming Friday for the Walmart gift card giveaway. If you would like to enter the weekly giveaway, friends, please click and like several of my videos, and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you comment on, friends, the greater your chances of winning the giveaways. Thank you and have a wonderful and very blessed week.